I am the newest member of the council. I began last year in February, and so I have served just 1 year.
I was elected in 2015. So this is my 7th year, and I have been through 2 elections.
What sparked the interest in your wanting to be part of the city council here in San Angelo?
I actually was asked if I would consider it, and I was surprised to be asked. I was, of course, very flattered to be asked, and originally I said no. I said no a couple of times because I'm not natively comfortable with a lot of public speaking and that sort of thing. So eventually I just decided that maybe that was a little bit of a message from above, and I decided to go ahead and try it. It was scary, but it was fun, and I love doing what I'm doing. If I'd known that, if I'd known how much I would like it, I would have run sooner.
That's cute that you said that, because it was kind of like the same for me. I had been retired for 3 years. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was just kind of sitting on my couch, and I was going, Lord, surely there's something else I can do. So when this opportunity arose, it was, do I go through that door, or do I sit back and go, I wonder what would have happened? What if? So that is what sparked me into going through with it. And like I said, the campaigning is hard. The campaigning is frightful sometimes, but you find that energy, you find that strength that you need to push through, and you do it, and you accomplish a lot more than you ever thought you could.
What would you say is the most fulfilling part of doing what you do, being part of city council?
I was recently in a women's group, and a person in that group made a comment that really got my attention. She said out loud, what are we modeling for our children, for the next generation? Is it the right thing? And what is the measure of success? And so, of course, we often think about success in terms of a house or a car or a particular college degree or a handbag. I mean, it can be a lot of things like that. But of course, the moment the woman asked that question aloud to the group, there was silence, and I'm sure everyone like me was thinking, are we modeling the right things? What really is the measure of success? And so I gave that quite a lot of thought over several days, because I think that if you're a parent, I think we can both relate to this, you want to demonstrate to your children that there's something more than the superficial to life. And I was certainly brought up with the idea that service was important, that a big part of the reason why you're on this earth is to serve others and to give what you have to give and to work in partnership and not have it be about superficial things. And so that's the blessing of council work to me, is that I think you can commit yourself to service and see results from your efforts.
Mine is the fact that when you're on the council, what is more rewarding is the fact that you see the changes that you bring around the community. How you see downtown just flourishing little by little because someone had the vision, someone knew which road to go down to make it happen. Things take a long time to get them going, but once you have leadership in that role that starts the ball rolling and it goes and it gets accomplished, it's very rewarding for me. Well, for mine, the quote that I like to go over in my head all the time, and that is, when you learn to love yourself, and that's truly hard to do sometimes, but when you learn to love yourself, will you be able to show kindness and empathy to people that you meet on a daily basis?
Good one.
It just empowers me. I don't know why, but it does. It makes me a better person.
I love quotes. You should not look in my phone, because there's probably over 3,000 images, most of which are quotes and pictures of children and dogs. But yes, lots and lots of quotes. And unfortunately, one doesn't exactly spring to mind. But there is one that I can't repeat accurately, but it has to do with, and I think it was a former president that may have said this, and how do you achieve success? And the answer is, you don't quit. You But I also would have to agree with Lucy again. You know, life has to be lived with compassion and understanding and engagement. It's not just all about us defeating the odds and rising above and doing it independent of others. That's not the point.